One of the best views you'll find in all of baseball. Downtown Pittsburgh in PNC Park. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Cincinnati Reds and the Pittsburgh Pirates. These two should provide some big-time fireworks. First pitch is coming up. Jeff Locke gets the start for Pittsburgh in this one. EK, what do you got?
Well, Matty, you take a look at that whip, less than 1. What that means, he's allowing less than 1 base runner per inning. Outstanding.
Here comes perhaps the fastest man in baseball as Billy Hamilton strides forward to get this ball game underway.
Billy Hamilton.
Chop foul right at home plate. It's strike 1.
First pitch, 7:06.
Locke's ready. Here's the 0-1. Oh, and he lays one down here, and this is going to be a tough play. But the throw will be in time at first, so he's denied the base hit on a bunt attempt. A moment here to take a look at the Cincinnati Reds starting lineup in this one. What's the key for them to win this series opener, Steve?
I think you're going to have to try to get on the board early and then don't let your foot off the gas. You've got to keep pressure on this club to not let them back in a ball game.
Striding into the box, Eugenio Suarez. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. Eric, we look at this Pirate ball club as they enter play here tonight. Despite the loss last time out, they enter this one in good shape. Winners in 7 of their last 10.
And it's a good position to be in. You've been playing good baseball. Now you get to come home and start a homestand. They've got a chance to really make some noise in the division if they can keep playing well.
And set up behind the dish is Gary Simmons as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Well, some call Simmons a pitcher's umpire because he's been known to have a wide zone at times, but I think he evens it out, to be honest with you. Pretty fair overall.
Jasso in foul ground, 2 down. And with that, let's give you a look at how the Pirates align defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Well, guys, we have an opportunity to watch Andrew McCutchen out there in that outfield. Man, he can play. Does a lot of things defensively, can go get the ball, covers a lot of ground, and has a pretty darn good throwing arm as well.
Joey Votto gets his first opportunity now in the top of the first with nobody on. Here's the first pitch to him. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. You got to figure that that man right there would be more than happy to see this guy at the plate taking his swings with 2 out and nobody on all night long.
So would the guy on the mound.
And he falls behind 0-2. 2 out, nobody on. Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
Nope,
Thought about it, but he holds up on the knuckle curve. 1-2. Chop foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Reds are down in order. Now the Pirates will get their first opportunity. No score. Brandon Finnegan will be on the mound for the series opener. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, Matty, when he seems to get in trouble, that's when he bears down. He's actually got a lower batting average against with runners in scoring position. That tells you a lot about what type of competitor he is.
John Jaso comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
First baseman, John Jaso.
Here's a first pitch slider that just tails out of the zone. It's ball one. And Eric, as we take a look at the Reds entering play here tonight, they do come in fresh off a victory last time out, but they've been giving ground in the division of late. They've won just twice in their last 7 games.
Yeah, and you look back to that last game, you'll take production like that anytime you can get it. It makes a starter's life easier. Heck, it makes your whole staff breathe easier.
In the dirt, it's 3-0 now.
Now that he's worked it to 3-0, he's got a couple of free pitches here to pick out one he really likes.
From the windup, the 3-0 pitch. And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1.
Maybe you worry about this guy getting a little too slider happy. That's 3 in a row now, so you're giving that guy at the plate a pretty good look at it.
Swing and a miss much too early, and that makes it a full count. Pulls this one into the air out into right field. Moving under it, Bruce, and he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. And here's how Clint Hurdle set his Pirates lineup for this one. Who are you focused on, EK?
Well, Matt, I'm going to be paying close attention to Starling Marte. He's having a remarkable season offensively, and as a result is at the top of the National League leaderboard for runs scored coming into this game. Definitely a guy who could be a key factor in this one.
Into the windup and the pitch. Gregory Polanco comes on with one away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now. 2-0. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Three and 0 now. On deck, there's Andrew McCutchen. He'll hit next. And he finally gets a sinker over here for a called strike one. And the count will be full. Count is full. Here's the pitch. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. Making him sweat out there. The 7th pitch coming up. Grounded up the first baseline. Taken in by Votto. And he'll take it onto the bag himself. 2 gone now here in the first. With a moment now, let's take a look at the defense for the Cincinnati Reds. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Sure, guys. It's great to have a center fielder with the speed of Billy Hamilton. I don't think there's anybody in the game that can cover as much ground as he does out there. Doesn't have the strongest arm, but it's strong enough to get the job done. And nobody can play the entire outfield at once, but if anybody could, it's got to be Billy.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Sinker to open the AB in there for strike one.
One thing this guy's going to need tonight, he's going to need to work from ahead in the count. He's still figuring out how to pitch at the major league level, and he'll have a much easier time of it if he can dictate the game.
Chop foul right at home plate. The The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Oh, he went for the knockout pitch that time, but a good eye. 1-2. Fought off at the plate, and we'll do it again. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Hit to third. Suarez is there. Throw goes to Votto over at first. It's in time to retire the side. 1-2-3 go the Pirates. After 1, no score. Jay Bruce will dig in now. Off to a slow start, as you see there. Just barely over the 200 mark here in April.
Jay Bruce.
And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0.
Well, that's a pretty good spot to try and lock him up inside, but he can turn on that location if that's out over the plate.
Locke gets the sign. Here it comes on 1-0. Chop foul at the plate, strike 1. This is in the air out to right. On the move is Polanco. He tracks it down. A nice running play, and there's 1 away.
The catcher, number 39.
Into the box now, Devin Mesoraco, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. First delivery to him on the way. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1.
That's a 2-seam fastball right there. It looks to the hitter like it's going to be inside, and then it tails back to the inside corner of the plate.
That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
He's found a pretty nice rhythm out here early on.
Chop foul at the plate, and we'll do it again. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a liner. Foul. Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. Fastball, strike 3 called as he couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
And I think most hitters will tell you, if you get a bad call on strike 1 or strike 2, they can live with that. But if you're going to punch me out on strike 3, it better be a strike. If not, I feel like you're taking the bat out of my hands.
Here's Brandon Phillips. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He'll enter play here with an average just over 250. 3 homers and 5 driven in. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind. 0-2. No score here as we play inning number 2. Fastball right back to the mound. And he'll flip it on to first, and with it, that ends the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left. On now to the bottom of the second, and we are tied 0-0. Starling Marte will dig in now. He's got that average pushing up near 350 to begin play.
Well, right now he's in the prime of his career, so these are the years you'd really expect to see the best of what a guy's going to have to offer.
Hits the bottom of the strike zone here with the sinker. Strike 1. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Schebler moves over. And that's the first out of the inning.
Batting fifth, third baseman, Jungle Gone.
Jung-Ho Gong will stand in now. 0 for 4 in that day game yesterday.
Well, baseball can be a humbling game. Yesterday wasn't a good day for him, but over the season, he's hitting over 300.
And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
Now, I don't think this partisan crowd is going to like bat too much.
Batting six.
One thing you don't want to do as an opposing pitcher, well, two things actually. One, you don't want to get the crowd involved early, and two, you don't want to set yourself up for a possible big inning. Now, both of those things have come true.
Francisco Cervelli will step forward now. Currently third in the National League batting race to begin play.
And I think it's just a little too early to get overly excited about this guy, but we all know he's very capable of keeping this up over the course of the season.
Starts him out with a slider for a strike. There you see the league leaders in hitting we touched on a moment ago. Runners on first with one down. Line drive to left. In there, a base hit.
And these guys know that if you're going to get to a pitcher like this, you got to get to him early. And once he settles in, he can be really tough. But they've got 2 on against him now and only 1 out.
Josh Harrison will dig in, and this season certainly hasn't been all that kind to him as he enters play with the average down in the 230s. First pitch is a changeup for a called strike.
And you know, all you have to do is point back to yesterday's ball game. This was part of their downfall, hitting with runners in scoring position. They just couldn't sustain any kind of offense. So this would be a big boost if he could turn the tide a little bit here and come through big.
Swing and a line drive, but foul. Bottom of the second here with no score. This is line to left, but pretty much right at the left fielder as he takes it in for the second out.
And this one could have been big trouble here, but this carries out there just far enough to find the outfielder's glove. And that means that both runners, neither of whom were running on contact, are forced to head back to where they started.
Jordy Mercer steps in, hoping to get things going at the plate. You can see it's been a bit of a struggle for him in recent games. First offering on its way. And a first pitch sinker is over for strike one. 2 down, runners at first and second. Sinker, 1 ball, 1 strike. Smoke toward third. And a good effort on the dive that time, but this will get by him for a base hit. The throw home. The tag from Mesoraco, and they got him at the plate. Pirates strand a couple. Will move to the third with no score. Zach Cozart will stand in now to lead things off. 7, 8, and 9 here to start the third inning.
And maybe one of these guys can break this string of 6 straight retired to start the ball game.
Lock into the windup. Here comes the first pitch. And he takes a cold strike, 0-1.
Real good lateral movement on that two-seam fastball. That pitch is money for him when it's moving like that. So just keep on throwing it.
And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Oh, that one got the pitcher. Throw gets him, so they are able to get an out on an unusual play. And hopefully the pitcher's okay. And with that play over now, time to check and see if our man is all right. You can really see him favoring that leg. And that is his plant leg, which is always a concern. But from the way he's acting out there, I think it looks like he's going to be okay to try and continue. Scott Schebler steps into the box. First pitch on its way.
Nope.
First offering to him stays upstairs. It's a ball and no strikes. Runs outside, so it goes to 2-0 now.
Well, it's looking like this might be their best chance to get that first base runner out there. And really, this has been one of the few guys that's even been ahead in the count.
Too tight with that one. 3-0. Seems like they're working very cautiously here. Is this a little too cautious?
Yeah, I mean, why are they giving this guy so much credit up there? He's someone that you got to come right after.
And a good comeback there. It's 3-1.
And you know, you get stuck sometimes being that number 8 hitter, trying to work the count and trying to buy a little extra time for your pitcher. Now that's a pitch right down the middle that maybe a number 4 hitter jumps all over.
And a fastball misses there. Ball 4.
Still no hits on the ledger, but at least they get themselves a base runner here. And that's a step in the right direction.
Brandon Finnegan.
The pitcher, Brendan Finnegan, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Showing bunt here, but he takes ball 1.
And you know, I've always thought if you're pretty sure a guy might be trying to bunt, then put that first pitch out of the strike zone. Make him show you his intentions. Maybe you get him to offer it something that he shouldn't.
And he pulls back the bunt attempt. 2-0. Not the right time to lose the strike zone here.
Definitely not when you've got a guy giving himself up.
The 2-0 pitch. Squaring 2-0, and he pulls it back for strike 1.
Whew, that's a gift.
And they'll try to stay out of the double play here as he lays this one down. Throw to second, and they get him. So the sacrifice attempt is unsuccessful here.
Yeah, you want to put this down to the right side, force that first baseman to field it, but that ball is butted just way too hard. So that's a good decision defensively to go ahead and take the force at second.
Here's Billy Hamilton standing in as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Third inning, no score to this point. Up top, it's 2-0.
A couple of tight pitches here to start this at bat. You can't really say you're getting squeezed, but he's not really getting any help either.
Too far out in front that time. He can't keep it fair. 2-1. Ground ball left side. Gung is there. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. Reds leave 1. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Jeff Locke digs into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
Jeff Locke.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Here's a slider to start things out. Looked at for ball 1.
I think that's consistent with how the strike zone gets called nowadays. You know, that's a strike in the rule book, but most umpires won't give you that pitch anymore.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And that pitch misses in the dirt, and it's 2-0 now.
Now, you've got a guy up there who can't hit a lick. I just don't know why you're not coming right after him with fastballs.
Over the outside half, and it's 2-1. This one's flared out toward left. Schebler shading to his right, looks it into his glove, and there's one gone.
Now batting.
And with the first month of the season rapidly drawing to a close, here's a look at our upcoming schedule into the first week of May. John Jaso will try it again. He flied out to start the home first.
Yeah, but it's still a pretty good leadoff at bat because he made him throw a lot of pitches.
And there's his strike right down the heart of the plate, 0-1. I had him reaching at thin air that time, and he's very quickly down 0-2.
Oh, man, what a perfect pitch right there in a perfect spot. And that's exactly how you have to attack a guy like this. He wasn't even close on that pitch.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Slider. Ooh, thought he had him, but it's 1-2.
Pretty good discipline right there with 2 strikes. That's a tough sweeping slider. Difficult to lay off, but he did it.
Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. Swing and a ball line hard toward short. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
The right fielder, number
And here's that pitch sequence one more time. Gets ahead right out of the gate on the first pitch. Then a swing and a miss puts him in the quick 0-2 hole. Fouls off pitch number 3. Then a pitch that he couldn't quite get him to go for. 5th pitch gets absolutely whacked for a solid base hit.
Here's Gregory Polanco. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0.
Pretty good speed here coming out of that left-handed batter's box, so it's no sure thing that a ground ball means a double play.
The set and the 1-0 pitch. 2-0.
And the reason he's working away so much here is because he's got that big hole on the right side of the infield to worry about. Now, you don't want to give this guy something where he can just roll over a ground ball and still get it into right field.
Here it comes, 2-0. Gets the call on the changeup there, 2-1.
Pretty gutsy pitch there. 2-0 changeup for a strike.
Skied into straightaway right. Bruce waits on it. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
the center fielder, number 22, Andrew McCutchen.
Andrew McCutchen will stand in now, a Silver Slugger recipient for National League outfielders a year ago. Here comes the first pitch. Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here 0-1.
Yeah, showing no fear there. He put the pitch right at the letters away, but that guy didn't want any part of it.
Nothing in one count. Here it comes. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. A runner on first with 2 away. Hit to short. Cozart has it, and a gorgeous flip to second, and with that, the side is retired. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. Time for a quick break, then back to PNC Park after this. Eugenio Suarez will start things off here for Cincinnati with Joey Votto to follow next.
Well, they still don't have any runs on the board yet, so getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
Up and away to start the inning. It's 1-0. Not much to shout about for either team here as we start the 4th inning. 0-0.
Yeah, I think we kind of knew that pitching might take the upper hand here. Maybe not to this extent, but both guys have really thrown the ball well.
This one's a strike. It's 1-1. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Locke has his target. Here it is on a ball and 2 strikes. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Suarez is retired, and there's 1 away.
And as we showed you in the open, he's out there putting his perfect record on the line. And so far, these guys haven't shown many signs that they're ready to put a 1 in that loss column.
Joey Votto is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1.
Yeah, a little surprising he didn't offer it that one. That was a dangerous spot for a good fastball hitter.
And it's quickly 0-2. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Might have jammed him a little there as this is softly hit and foul off to the left. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Squared that one up just a little late. Hit hard on the ground towards second. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly. And a good effort on the recovery throw, but it never really had much of a shot. And I'd be surprised if that's not an infield single.
Not exactly the most convincing base hit you're ever going to see, but it's going to finally get him into that hit column. And at this point, they'll take anything they can get, and he's on with an infield single.
So a runner at first with 1 man gone, and stepping in the dangerous left-handed hitter, Jay Bruce. Called strike on the knuckle curve, and he's ahead in the count. 0-1. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. No runs, just 1 hit, and no errors in the game for Cincinnati thus far. And this one misses to Bruce as he moves out in front. It's 2-1. That's going to even up the count at 2-2. Line softly toward the hole, and that'll get down for a base hit.
Well, when you've got a batting average down there where he is, you don't normally get rewarded with a whole lot of these. This is the old dying quail, but he's able to dunk it in there and get a base hit.
The catcher, Devin Mesoraco, stands in as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. Runners are at first and second with one away. Now a fastball off the plate away, a ball and a strike. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. And this is taken for a called strike, and he's not in love with that call either. It's 1-2 now. Down the third baseline, but this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. First and second now, one man out. Tap fouled at home plate. A ball and two strikes. Here's the pitch. Hit high and deep out there to left center field. McCutchen going back. Gone! So a 3-run shot to left center as the Reds move out in front now, 3-0.
Well, this is the chance you take when you work up in the zone like this. I mean, this is right in his happy zone, and he jumps all over it and sends it right over the wall.
Here's Brandon Phillips.
Brandon Phillips.
As he looks at a fastball that misses off the plate for ball one. Would you say he's not really finishing his pitches at this point?
That's a good way to put it. It looks like he's aiming a little too much, and that's not working for him.
Who pulled the string and had him way out in front, a ball and a strike.
And you kind of wonder if he's learned anything out there. There's another pitch right down the middle, and I think he's lucky that that one didn't get hit a long way.
Now a swing and a miss, and he's behind 1-2.
Oh, and he's sure got a good one, doesn't he? That ball goes from about knee-high to ankle-high in the matter of about 5 feet.
3 runs already home here. Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. One and two, here it comes. Heading out towards shallow right. Polanco is under it. And he makes the catch for the second out.
The batter, number 2, shortstop, Zach Cozart.
Zach Cozart stands in. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out.
Well, I think it was a sinker that he rolled over last time up, and he's probably going to see that same pitch again. You got to wait for a mistake up in the zone against a guy like this.
And a high strike there, 0-1.
And even though that is a strike, it's okay. These guys have been really patient at the plate. They've had a good game plan up there, and it's worked out for them so far.
Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. Takes this the other way to right. And he'll break through with a solid knock here, his first of the ballgame.
And it's just the 4th inning here, but he's already given up more hits in this one than he did in his entire previous outing. Whatever he had going on last time out, it ain't happening here.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Scott Schebler. He drew a walk his first time up. First pitch of the at-bat. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1. Swing and a liner. Foul. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Strike 3 called, and the inning is over. But 3 for the Reds in the inning, all coming on this 3-run home run. Bottom of the 4th coming up. It's now 3-0 Cincinnati. Starling Marte is set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning.
And you know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact and he can run.
First pitch is a slider down low. It's 1-0.
That's a pitch you have to lay off right there. That tight slider busting down and out of the zone, all that can do is tie you up.
Into his windup. Here comes the 1-0. Too much bite on the sinker, and he's behind 2-0 now.
And that's right where you want to be throwing those sinkers, but he's doing a good job at the plate of not chasing.
And this one's over at the knees, 2-1. And that's in there above the belt, so it's even now, 2-2. A pretty dangerous spot for that one.
I don't think it was by design. It's one thing to miss your spots out of the zone, but when you miss in the zone, especially up, that's when you tend to get hurt.
Still 2-2. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Grounded to short. Fielded by Cozart. And they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw.
And if this is almost any other guy in baseball, he's going to be out. But he just gets down that line so fast, and he winds up beating this one out.
Jung Ho Gong steps up to the plate looking for a little revenge after getting hit with a pitch his first time up.
Got him right in the back. Doesn't feel good, never does, but I can think of a lot worse places to get dosed.
And the runner will get back standing. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Here's a slider that's inside, 1-0.
And after getting hit in his first at-bat, he's got to be saying, look, enough with the inside pitches already.
Hits are now even at 4 apiece. Pitch to the plate is a slider for a strike, and it's all knotted up at 1-1. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does 2 things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal at all.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's on the corner to put him behind now, 1-2.
Very patient here to start the at-bat. Maybe even a little too patient because now he's down 1-2.
Yeah, and I don't think he's going to get anything better than that to hit.
And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. So with a runner at first and 1 gone, time to bring in our pitch speed comparison for these two starters. And both of these guys will get it up to over 90, as you can see, 94 for one, 91 for the other. Settling in now, Francisco Cervelli. He reached on a single in his first try. Now a snap throw to first, but the runner's back easily.
Keeping an eye on him.
And another snap throw to the bag, keeping particularly close tabs on him. He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1.
Yeah, and coming right off of that strikeout, he's got to be thinking he should be ahead of this next guy. That's a tough way to fall behind.
1-0 pitch on the way. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
And you wonder if he's feeling just a little bit distracted having that base stealer over there at first base. Sometimes just the threat of a steal can really mess with your head out there.
Runner at first here, 1 man out. Marte off for second. Pitch misses low. The throw down. It skips in and he's safe. Close play, but he's in there.
Well, they certainly paid a lot of attention to him over there at first, and it was wise to do so. But in the end, they had to come to the plate sooner or later, and he winds up taking second here on the stolen base.
That one's in there, 3-1. He took second fairly easily. Any thought of third base here?
I don't think so. You've got a good hitter at the plate. A single is probably all he needs. I'd let him try to drive you in.
Hit out of play, and it's a full count now. Ready now with the payoff pitch. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Ready to deliver the full count pitch. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. He's set. Here's the 3-2. And that misses ball 4. So with one out, that'll at least set up the double play possibility here that could get them out of the inning.
And for as hot as this guy's been recently, this is a no-brainer. Take the bat out of his hands any chance you get.
Josh Harrison stands in for the second time. Hit it hard, but lined out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he put a good swing on it last time, so we'll see if he can make one fall here.
And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Schebler on the move. Reaches out. Oh, no, he dropped it. But a heads-up play as two fielders were better than one that time. And he'll try to get back now, but it's not going to work. The throw hangs him out to dry, and that'll end the inning. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. More ahead from the North Shore right after this. Brandon Finnegan will come in now to lead things off against our starter, who probably wishes he had a mulligan to use on that last inning.
Yeah, he was doing just fine up until the last time he took the mound. He's got to hope that that was just an aberration, or he might not stick around to see another inning.
And a fastball in the dirt that's taken for a ball. And a strike to even the count. 1-1. Here it comes on 1-1. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. To 2-2 now. It seems like we've seen a lot of guys late on the fastball tonight.
And he's not throwing all that hard either. But when he throws it off the other pitches, that's where it makes it a little more difficult.
All even at 2-2. Here it is. Swing and a miss, and he'll start the fifth the same way he ended the fourth, with a punch out, one away.
Quite a challenge pitch here on 2-2. He decides to take him up in the zone, and I bet he was looking for something down at the knees because he swung right underneath it.
Here's Billy Hamilton standing in. as he goes after the first pitch and lines one out toward right center. And that's into the outfield for a one-out base hit. The relay, not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Well, I think this was a little bit of a gamble from my perspective. I had a feeling that he'd take a big turn around first and then hold on, but he was having none of that. He's smelling two all the way, and he's going to make it there with a hustle double.
Standing in now, Eugenio Suarez. Swing, line, drive. That's going to be trouble. Around third and being waved on home. They're going to extend their lead as the runner scores from second. That makes it a 4-0 ball game. And he is in there with an RBI triple.
Well, add one more onto the lead as the run scores here on the triple. With still only one away, they can potentially stretch this lead out even further.
Now it looks like a right-hander's up and throwing in the Pittsburgh bullpen. Now time is called, and this might be to buy a little time for that reliever to get loose. In is Joey Votto now. Hit hard to short. Taken in by Mercer. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
Well, this is just a case of taking care of business right here. He drove in a run with the RBI triple. Then he gets driven in himself on the RBI groundout.
Jay Bruce will come forward now. He has flied out and singled so far. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. In there at the knees. Strike one.
And you know, this is a guy that loves the ball down and in. It's one of the locations he really covers well, so they're going to want to mix their spots here.
5 runs, 6 hits, and no errors in the game for Cincinnati thus far. And Bruce can't come up with that one as he swings through it for strike 2.
And now with the 0-2 count, he's got probably 5 different pitches he can throw here. So as a hitter, what are you going to do?
Chopped foul over towards the dugout. And here's a ball hit in the air. And this will fall, but it's a foul ball. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Well hit, but right into the teeth of the shift. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. So they get a couple of runs on 2 hits, no errors, and no one left aboard. Home half of the 5th coming up. The Reds lead it 5-0. Jordy Mercer comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
Boy, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game. So just chip away, chip away.
First pitch coming. Here it is. First pitch is a slider called for a strike. Smoked on the ground left side. And just past his outstretched glove into left, a base hit.
And on the mound, here's where you got to keep pitching like it's a 1-run game. You never want to get in that relaxed mode where you think, I've got some cushion. I can afford to give up some hits. Well, that'll spell disaster.
Chris Stewart will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 19, Chris Stewart.
And the 34-year-old veteran looks at a called strike. It's 0-1.
And, you know, whenever he's been in trouble on the mound, he's found a way to turn things around. And that's a good job to start this guy with strike one.
Nobody out, runner on first. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2. I'll tell you, he's already hit one guy. He is not afraid to work inside.
No, and as much as I hate to say it, pitchers have just as much right to the inside part of the plate as you do.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
That changeup's been real effective for him so far. The guys have been falling behind in the count, so they're forced to protect. And this thing looks so good coming out of his hand that they just go ahead and chase after it.
John Jaso steps in, working on a 1-for-2 game so far. He's set. Here it comes. Pitch to the plate is a sinker for a called strike one. Runners on first with 1 down. And he misses with it. 1-1. This is skied out toward right. Bruce has it in his tracks. 2 gone.
The right fielder, number 25, Gregory Polanco.
Gregory Polanco will step in now. He's bounced out and flown out in his first 2 plate appearances. He's ready now. The pitch. Hard hit ball to second. Throw on to Votto will take care of him at first, and the side is retired. Pirates leave 1. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Ryan Vogelsong will get the call here as he'll start the 6th inning on the mound.
Ryan Vogelsong.
Devin Mesoraco will stride in again as first we flash you back to his at-bat in the 4th inning, and what a big one it was. A 3-run home run that was certainly one of the big blows in the ballgame to this point. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1.
Nope.
And a pitch up and in, keeping him honest. 1-1. Even at a ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. And this one runs a little too far in. Ball 2. Unable to get the bat around in time, and the count evens at 2-2. Here's the pitch on 2-2. And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
The Second baseman, number 4,
Brandon Phillips stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Pitch on the way. Out in front of it, strike one. Liner toward right center, and that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1 for 3 game so far.
As we look at that again, you know, this is not a bad pitch by any stretch. If he throws this pitch 10 times, I bet he gets him out 9 of them. But here you just have to tip your cap to the guy at the plate.
Here's the shortstop, Zach Cozart, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like he's trying to get a ground ball here. He's coming right after him, trying to get a punch out.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Here it comes on 0-2. Boy, tough to lay off, but he's glad he did. It's 1-2 now.
On 0-2, if that's a curveball, a changeup, a sinker, then maybe you get a guy to chase. But it's much easier to lay off a pitch down there when it's a straight fastball.
And the slider gets him swinging, 2 gone.
And this is why, as a hitter, working the count in your favor is so important. I mean, here, this is probably a ball, but you can't risk taking this pitch on 1-2 and hope that you get the benefit of the umpire's call. You pretty much have to swing at it, even though you probably wouldn't have been able to do much with it in the first place.
Stepping in now, Scott Schebler, as he'll take a look at the pitch too low. It's ball 1. Two out with the man at first. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, there's a good one right there, right over the top. And just fire that thing in there.
Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Up the middle and off his leg. Fortunately, he's able to stick with it and get the out at first, and that'll put an end to the inning. 1 left for Cincinnati, but they hold a 5-0 lead. Andrew McCutchen will make his way in as he leads things off here in the Pirates' half of the 6th.
Well, they still aren't even on the board yet, so this leadoff guy needs to get on so they can manufacture a run.
Now here's a slider that can't quite get back to the outside corner. It's ball 1. Not too many strikeouts on the ledger for him so far, but it hasn't really mattered.
Yeah, I think ideally you'd like to see him miss a few more bats, but as long as you're keeping guys off balance and you're letting your defense help you, you don't need to strike a ton of guys out to be successful.
And the sinker is over here, and that evens things at 1. And here's a sinker that causes him to back away, as that just about got him.
I think it's pretty simple. The message here is stop leaning out over the plate. You know, a pitcher's got to be able to work inside, so that's just a reminder there.
Hit hard up the middle. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is on to begin the inning.
Back into the stretch for him again as we take a look at his line so far. It's almost like he's kept that shutout going with smoke and mirrors because he's definitely given up his share of base runners. They just haven't amounted to anything so far.
Starling Marte will step in. He's singled in 2 trips thus far. You'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1.
All right, leadoff man on first. Here's where you got to start clawing your way back into this ball game. It's not too late, but it needs to start happening soon.
Called strike at the knees, 1-1. A runner at first with no outs here. One and two as the changeup had him out in front there.
Well, I just don't think he was expecting that one, and it was the perfect time to just take a little off.
Gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Ready on 1 and 2. Oh, it's hit to third. 5, 4,
He's out.
3, but it's not in time, and they'll just get the one.
Well, you could have put the first base bag out in the outfield grass on this play. You're not going to double this guy up. He's too fast. Still, a pretty good job of at least getting that lead runner at second base.
Jung Ho Gong ready to take another shot. Went down on strikes his last time up.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
First pitch is a sinker for a called strike one. Now we'll snap one off over to the bag. Runner's back. He's set. Here's the 0-1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike two.
And that has been the comfort zone so far in this outing. He's just lived on that outside corner, and it's paid big dividends for him.
Trying to strike him out for the second time. Filthy changeup that time, but he's able to make contact, and he'll get another chance. Can't quite get the low outside corner there. It's 1 and 2. Runner at first here, one man out. Just inside, not by much. It's 2 and 2.
And when he's down 0 and 2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2 and 2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
Set to deal on 2 and 2. And he struck him out. Second time tonight now that he's been set down on strikes.
And into his 6th inning of work now. Let's take a look at the breakdown for him so far.
Francisco Cervelli.
Francisco Cervelli stands in, reached on a walk in his last trip. Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a little tapper, but that one rolls foul. Ready to deliver the 1 and 2. Hard sinker misses. 2 and 2. A runner on first with 2 away. Now a snap move over to first. Just keeping him close. And another snap throw to the bag. Keeping particularly close tabs on him. And a sinker dips too low there. Into the dirt, in fact.
And now 3-2, 2 out. He'll be helped by the fact that that runner will get a head start out there.
2 out with the man at first. Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. 1 left for Pittsburgh. They can't chip into that 5-0 deficit. Back here in Pittsburgh. Reds leading this one as we start the 7th. And before we commence, let's take a look at the game summary to this point. Tucker Barnhart is up off the bench as he'll pinch hit here to start inning number 7.
Tucker Barnhart.
And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1. And he misses again, 2-0. Two and 1 after the foul ball there. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. On the ground to the left side. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
And that's what the two-seam fastball will do for you. Running away, not just for strikeouts. Here he gets him to hit it on the ground for an easy out.
Billy Hamilton gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt. The first pitch hit on the ground down the first baseline, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and there are 2 away now.
Third baseman number 7, Eugenio Suarez.
Eugenio Suarez tripled homer run last time through, so let's see what he's got in store this time.
Yeah, he already got to show off those wheels, so let's see if he can make it happen again in this at-bat.
And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. In for a strike. It's 1-1. One and 1. Here it comes. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Look out. That one almost got away from him. 2-2 now.
Yeah, and on 1-2, when you know the guy at the plate needs to protect, that's a great spot for that curveball. A lot of guys, they would have gone fishing for that.
And this is fouled back and out of play. A 2-2 count. Here's the pitch. Drilled on the ground to short. Mercer is there. Throw in time, and the side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Reds as they're unable to add to their 5-0 lead. Jumbo Diaz will come out and take the ball here as he'll be making his 15th appearance of the year.
Jumbo Diaz.
Leading off the inning, Josh Harrison, and they'll need him to get something going here.
And so far in this one, they're still getting shut out. So this leadoff at bat could be huge if he can just get on base, because they've been held in check all game.
And they'll start the at bat with a slider that didn't miss by a whole lot. It's ball one. In there, and it's even at one.
Here's a guy that understands. It's all about getting on base at this point, so good idea there just to wait for strike one.
Hit on the ground to short. Cozart is there. Throw on to first in time, one away.
The batter, number 10, shortstop, Jordy Mercer.
Into the box, Jordy Mercer. He singled his last time up. From the stretch. A little tardy there. No balls and a strike. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are two gone.
I think this is one of those at-bats where he just couldn't help himself out there. And we're going to check it out again right here on Showtrack. The thing that stands out right away, well, look at the pitches. Are any of them even strikes? I mean, if you have a little bit more discipline as a hitter, you might be looking at a 3-0 count instead of going back to sit on the bench.
Matt Joyce will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 17, Matt Joyce.
Oh, and that one slung through the strike zone that time at 98. 0-1.
He might have been on the on-deck circle just saying, man, I get one at-bat and it's against this guy? Thanks a lot.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
Low and away with that one. It's 1-2.
Well, I think that fastball is just for show there. He's not trying to throw this for a strike.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Down in order go the Pirates. Need to get it going soon. It's 5-0. Jay Cornette will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
Jay Cornette.
Joey Votto, who get the first chance here in the inning for the Reds. After him comes Jay Bruce.
Number 19, Joey Votto.
First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. And boy, they're really giving him fits inside now as he can't get extended there, and it's 0-2 now.
Got in his kitchen big time right there.
Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Tries the slider to ring him up, but he lays off 1-2.
And that's the right spot for that slider. Really try hard to tie him up inside. And that's a good job to lay off, too.
And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
Well, that's a sign of a guy who's really learning how to pitch. I mean, look at this location on 1 and 2. No need to try and blow him away with a high fastball. This is right on the outside corner at the knees. No chance to get that one.
Here's Jay Bruce now. Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. Now the 0-1. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2. Tapped out in front of home. On to first, and there are 2 down.
The catcher, number 39, Devin Mesoraco.
Devin Mesoraco gets another shot, and if you remember, he hit a round tripper back in the 4th. Now the pitch. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike 1.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
2 out, nobody on. Well struck, but foul over by the coaching box. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Reds are down and ordered, but they hold a 5-0 lead. Leading off the inning, John Jaso, and they'll need him to get something going here.
Well, you're facing a pretty big deficit in this game, so they need to start clawing their way back.
And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. This man out for his 2nd inning of work, and why not? He set him down 1-2-3 the last time around.
Right, and with 2 strikeouts mixed in there as well. Just let him keep going.
Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. Lifted in the air out to right. Bruce will wait on it. 1 gone.
The right fielder, number 25, Gregory Polanco.
Now in the box, Gregory Polanco. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Yeah, ground out last time, but you know, with his speed, that's kind of a big part of the way he plays the game. Put the ball on the ground and force the defense to make a clean, quick play on him, because if they don't, he's safe.
Comes set with the 0-1. Lifted the other way out to left center. And that gets down, and we'll see if that's extra bases. And he's not stopping. He wants 3. And he is in there at third with a 1-out triple.
Yeah, you can't help but think about all the men they've left on base so far and how many times a triple like this could have really done some damage. Instead, they'll have to be content to take this one with the bases empty.
Andrew McCutchen will stand in now in what could be a real make-or-break situation.
And you think at this point you have to get something out of this inning. The further you get into that bullpen, the tougher it's going to be to claw back from this deficit.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Lays off 1-0.
Boy, I don't know that I'd want to be facing this guy right now. He looks pretty fired up out there.
Yeah, he looks like he could run that fastball through a brick wall.
Here it comes, 1-0. Stung into the gap in right center for what should be extra bases. Notch one in the score column as a runner from third crosses the plate. That makes it a 5-1 contest.
Well, you know what? It's not too late to make a game of this after all. They're going to get a run back here on the RBI double, and even though there's not a lot of outs left, at least they're going to make these guys sweat a little.
Starling Marte will stand in to keep things going, and I don't know, Steve, is the comeback on?
Well, at the very least, I like that they're showing some character out there. You never want to go down without a fight, so they're going to make these final at-bats count.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Good bite to the slider, and he takes strike one. For McCutchen, it's his fourth double here in this early part of the year. And this one gets away. And he's going to make it up to third here as he advances on the wild pitch.
Well, yeah, this is going to be a pitch in the dirt. And as a runner, it's hard sometimes to tell whether you should advance or not. But I think the catcher just lost sight of this thing just for a moment. And as soon as he reads that at second base, he's off for third.
One out and a runner on third. And this is taken for a called strike, and he's not in love with that call either. It's 1-2 now.
Well, I think the time for patience is over. You've got to make something happen up there when you've got a runner in scoring position.
Strike three on a pitch in the dirt, and he makes the throw to first. Marte is retired, 2 down now.
Yeah, and that turns out to be a nice little play there behind the plate. They get the swing through for strike three, but then he's got to get the out over there at first base and make sure that nobody else advances. And he's able to accomplish both of those tasks.
Into the box, Jung Ho Gong. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. And this is going to get down. Extra bases, and they're starting to make some inroads here. They'll cash in here as the run is in to score from third. It's now a 5-2 game.
Well, I got to tell you, I love the way this guy just lets it rip. Ahead in the count, behind in the count. It really doesn't matter to this guy. He's just going to go up hacking. And he drives in a run right here as he just drills this one for 2 bases.
J.J. Hoover will come on here looking to get the final out in the home half of inning number 8. Francisco Cervelli will be his first assignment upon entering as he'll bat with the runner in scoring position here and 2 away. Too high, 1-0. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Now a swing and a fly ball. Schebler sprinting after it, and this will wind up a foul ball. Belted high in the air out to left. Schebler ranging back. Still ranging back. Gone! It's a 2-run shot to straightaway left. As they pull within 1 here, it's now a 5-4 game.
Well, they went to the bullpen to get that right-handed reliever, hoping that that would give them the right-on-right advantage. Well, guess again. He gets a pitch out over the plate, and he turns that thing right around. That was no cheapie either.
Josh Harrison stands in.
Second baseman, Sean.
Righty against righty as this is taken for a ball. It's 1-0. That home run a moment ago, estimated at 408 feet. That's inside. 2-0.
Yeah, trying to go front door with that breaking ball. Started it a little too far inside, though.
And there's the first strike, 2-1.
This is the thing that's so impressive about this guy. He'll show you that good breaking ball, but then he'll run that fastball up the ladder at 92, 93.
4 runs here in this half inning. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
He knows the drill out there. You got to make him swing the bat. To not be giving up walks at this stage of the game, because those could be fatal.
Swung on, and this one's driven in the air as well to deep right field. A leap, but he won't get it. It's off the wall. And hold all tickets now as the tying run gets into scoring position with a 2-out double.
Oh, and now this is going to make things very interesting. This ball nearly ties the game here in the late going, but how far away was he? Not a whole lot as this ball's off the wall. And that's going to move the tying run into scoring position now.
Here's Jordy Mercer now, as he will take a fastball in there at the knees for strike 1. Trying to hold the lead. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Oh, tough pitches here, back to back. And now he's not going to give him anything good with a runner at second base.
Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2. Third double of the game for these guys, as you see the comparison there. Has to be thinking strikeout here. Very weakly on the ground. That goes foul, so he stays alive with 2 strikes. 2 out here and a runner at second. And that misses 2-2.
I think you have to ask yourself, was he trying to throw a fastball for a strike right there? Or was he just trying to set me up for that changeup away?
Chopped foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. And he's getting his money's worth up there now. It's full 3-2.
Wow, what an at-bat he's having right now. He's fought off some tough pitches. He's laid off a few pitches like that one. And now he's worked his way back to a 3-2 count.
Strike 3, and that'll put an end to a big inning. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate, and they push across 4 runs. 9th inning coming up. Reds lead this one 5-4. Welcome back to Major League Baseball on the show from Pittsburgh, PA. 9th inning about to start in this one. Kicking off the top of the 9th, Brandon Phillips, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. Tony Watson will come on now to start the 9th inning as he looks to keep this deficit right where it is for the bottom of the 9th. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1. Looks at a sinker there that drops in 1-1.
And against a guy like this, you're usually only going to get one pitch to hit in that bat. And sometimes you might not even get that, so that's one he may want back.
Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Gong is there for it. 1 out.
The batter, number 2, shortstop.
Oh, man, would he like to have that swing back. I mean, he just missed hammering this ball, but just got underneath it a little bit. He's not going to be happy about that one because even he thought he was right on it.
Zach Cozart digs in. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. He's set and the pitch. And he lays off there 1-0. That's wide, 2-0. Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Late swing on the hitter's count. Still a good count for him now, however, at 2-1. Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. Swung on and missed, and it's even at 2-2.
Wow, what a good time to take something off of that pitch, and they had him fooled pretty good on that one.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. There to make the play is Polanco, and there are 2 away now.
You hear us talk about shutdown innings, and that's when you hold the team scoreless after you've scored in your half. Well, after his guys cut the lead down to 1, he's only 1 out away to a shutdown inning here.
Scott Schebler will step in, a ground-out victim his last time. Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1.
And he's probably not going to throw too many first pitch changeups. That's a pretty darn good call.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. A little bouncer. That's a foul ball. And another foul ball. Ready with the 0-2. Sinker misses, and it's 1-2 now.
Count 1-2.
And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. So they go quietly here in this half inning. Nothing in the Cincinnati ninth. Last chance coming up for the Buccos. They'll be looking for 1. It's a 5-4 ball game. Now the skipper's on his way out toward the home plate area, and I believe that means we're going to have a double switch here. Tony Cingrani is on now to try to close things down here in the ninth.
Now pitching and batting in the 7th spot, number 52, Tony Cingrani. Now playing shortstop and batting in the 9th spot, number 9, Jose Peraza.
David Freese will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run. Curveball, and that misses in the dirt for ball 1. And that's right there, and we're even at 1. Drilled right back up the middle. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit.
Well, you got to start a streak somewhere, and he's well into this one now. A 6-game hit streak with that base hit. He's swinging the bat pretty good right now.
Time called here, as with the potential tying run aboard, they'll make the move to get a little more speed out there. John Jaso comes to the plate now with the tying run at first, so he'll be looking to drive a ball into the gap here. The fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1, 1-0. And now the wheels spin in that first base dugout.
Oh, that man right there's got to be sweating bullets. Hard to say I blame him at all.
Quick check on that tying run at first. And he'll get back in standing.
Just checking.
The short hit hard. That's through for a base hit, his second of the ball game.
Well, if the rally wasn't on already, it's officially on now. This is just a dream start to the inning here. They get the tying run to second. He's the most important guy, but don't forget, you get the potential winning run on at first base. So this game is really up in the air now.
Gregory Polanco stands in with the winning run at first with nobody out.
Well, they've got a great chance to walk off right here, but they're also only a strikeout and a double play away from squandering the entire opportunity. You've got to focus on at least advancing those runners.
Bunt attempt, but this one might have too much on it. And the throw will go to second as they get the force out. But he'll put this in his pocket and be content with just the 1 out.
Well, they get the force here at second, but that's going to be it. And that means that the tying run got just a little bit closer now as he's all the way up to third.
Andrew McCutchen settles into the box in a big spot. Tying run at third, winning run at first, where a ball into the gap might be able to end it.
Well, the stage is set, fellas. We'll see if he can make it happen.
Cingrani pauses. Here's the first pitch. Shot towards second. And it's a base hit. And we are tied here in the 9th.
Well, you started to get a sense that this was coming. They have come roaring all the way back in this game to tie it up in the bottom of the 9th. Unbelievable.
Kevius Sampson will be called upon to get the final 2 outs here and hopefully send this one into extra innings.
Sampson.
Starling Marte will come up now in an RBI spot, and I imagine that infield will come in here with the game tied now.
Yeah, still only 1 out, so I think that's probably the likely scenario.
And now our right-handers begun to loosen up in the Cincinnati bullpen. Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. Pitch out. Nothing doing. Punched hard the other way. And that'll get by his outstretched arm, and there's your ball game. And they're going to walk off here with a 6-5 victory.
Well, once this inning got rolling a little bit, you just had a sense that this thing might be slipping away. And sure enough, a 2-run bottom of the ninth is enough to turn the tables.
So a good offensive showing for these guys, but if we had to pick one player that stood out, that's our man right there. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, you see a couple of hits for him in the ball game. This one was tight throughout, but in the end, he really helped lead his guys to this victory.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Harrow, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The Pirates win it 6-5. Good night from Pittsburgh.
Here now is our final line score tonight for the victorious Pirates. 6 runs on 14 hits. No errors. They left 8 men on base.